All right, I'm recording now.
You all like
I mean, it's actually picking me up. That's good. This answer could have failed.
I'm going to.
It was working.
Oh no, he's fingering it.
Hey, speak.
Wolf. Yeah, that's actually getting it.
See, I'm an audio engineer, IRL, guys.
Look at, I'm
So
sitting
like
there.
we're,
It's like
like we're in VR, this isn't
this
IRL.
small spot. This is not a shotgun mic.
Yeah, guys. Yep.
So what about Jason? Are we going through the microphone if we do this?
Yeah.
Or am I just loud on the
I think the sensor might have just.
I think we sound fine.
We're fine. We're good.
Perfect.
We got Scraner's phone. Might be
I
actually
feel like I
better
should
than
do
this
louder
anyway. It's a
here.
1080.
I see somebody walking this way.
Walk this way.
There's two people walking this way. Hey, you guys should come join our podcast.
Yeah.
Hey!
Yo, what's up?
Welcome.
Hey, welcome.
We're still getting set up, but welcome.
We're technical difficulties. The podcast. It happens in VR. It's happening here.
Unfortunately, we've got a big camera. We've got Proto that's just doing his best. Turn down the high a little bit for ours.
It's got everything.
They need
Yeah,
to
you
do
got
that.
head camera, dead CMOS sensor. At least it might just be a capacitor.
Good. I heard music.
Yeah, it's gonna do fine.
I thought it was the VR chat noise, and I'm like, I was going at so
Oh,
much.
why are we not full screen while we're doing
The only thing he hears the VR chat error sound.
It's our stupid.
I turned it on.
That's what I was doing. Just so there's something up that they can watch if it's not us because we're annoying, they can watch us.
This is gonna be terrible.
All right, so good thing about this,
We're all on.
if you're not on microphone, I should still be able to hear you.
As you should be. No.
This is exactly
Shout
what
broadcast. We're still getting a hum.
I'm in permanent shout.
Yeah, check. It's coming from that mic. No, it's not.
Now we can physically find it.
Check. Yeah, it's coming from this mic.
What's the question?
How do I turn my whisper bubble in real life?
You roll around on the ground for a while.
You sneeze really hard on your lungs.
You go in that door over there.
How do you whisper bubble? You take a needle, you find everybody around you you don't want to hear, and you just eardrum.
But how do you turn it off?
What you do is you go
How do you turn it off?
money on
Who needs to turn it off?
Spend a lot of money for Paul's.
You just need big pups.
With a brand new credit card.
That was a financial choice.
You know, now that I'm recording, I can't tell people to join this panel now.
Wolf, can you speak? Glitch, can you speak?
Wolf.
Well, get closer to it.
No.
Please?
This is as close as I want to get because otherwise we're going to be slamming into it.
Just turn up the volume. They made it super loud.
This is as far as I'm going to go towards it.
Where the fuck is this frequency?
It's this
I know, I'm trying to hear what.
I don't know why I opened that.
Keep going.
Okay, wolf. Like, I don't know what else to say. I'm gonna
Tell us
keep
a story.
speaking. Okay, this is good. That's good.
I saw that.
This is already a train wreck.
Oh god, it's the one with the.
Why is monkey?
Why is not monkey?
That's the best thing with the Hey!
Welcome to our podcast. We're going to be starting
Weren't you
soon.
here a second ago? Okay.
It doesn't matter. You get welcomed every time you come in here.
Don't say that.
Why don't we have like a meetings asking if
So Wolf, are you going to be streaming this live?
No, recording. This is for Patreon.
Still not me.
Hey, Bo, welcome to our podcast.
That one's good.
So here's just we start in a few minutes. We'll take all the way to the floor and drag and give you a particular
Oh my God, I'm adorable. Look at me on the screen. It's Hobart's Vulcan, but I turned it into a protogen. Yeah, that's becoming my new model, but I still use the normal protogen.
Okay, back at all. I don't use my other persona. It goes back up.
Number 3 is the nearest mic, number 2 is the furthest mic, number 1.
Oh, look, it's old face checking Proto.
Yeah, it's adorable.
Alright, thank you.
There's an asshole on the screen right
I'd
now.
like to
Why?
make an announcement. Sonic the Hedgehog is a black.
Hey, welcome to the podcast that we're starting. Hi, come sit down. Watch What did he say? He said the sheriff is near. The sheriff is here.
I love your suits! I was watching it the other day.
That was last night.
That was last night we were watching Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic the Hedgehog is a...
Sheriff. Hey, people are showing up. This is amazing. Hi.
Hey.
Welcome to the podcast. We're going to be starting shortly. Start
guy's
training
in a
back
Polish
at
shirt.
We're showing up. Hello.
You did good. I was just trying to get that low frequency.
Oh yeah, because my voice is so
Yeah, I see a polo shirt and I'm like, what did you do?
What did we do? We broke.
Nothing.
We're just getting out.
We're good. Did you hear us having that frequency? Is that why you came over here?
Yeah, just coming to check out. It was good.
Doing great.
Oh,
We might be a little drunk.
no, you might not.
Dude, it's 11 o'clock.
Right.
I am
5 o'clock was so
I am
long.
sober. That's the problem.
You are not sober. The PC now.
I am actually sober right now.
Sorry. Unmute the PC.
I've been at TC.
Just leave some of the Context Plus episode. We'll just...
I ever told you like
Stop!
That's crazy.
God, you're right. Holy
I
shit.
hate you.
What was that? Wait. I need to use this as
I'm not taking any more questions from him alone.
Hi guys.
Echo, what was that name?
This is really cool actually. That you guys actually came. We have 4 minutes.
Shout out to all our guests here in the live audience.
You too. Get off the stage.
Throw it in like a Discord.
You're not even part of this. You sleep while we do
Use that
this.
against it.
Why are you here?
I'm the newest member.
Moral support will be done in the chair.
Is this like 4 assholes and
What a hot dog!
a chaos chicken toss?
Oh no.
Hey, Bert, come to our podcast.
Oh, it's Fur!
Hi.
Fur?
Hey guys, it's Fur.
Hey, Bert, you want to come to our podcast?
This is where you applaud me.
Yes.
Welcome to our podcast.
More business cards than I have in my hand, you have lost in handing them to people for us.
No, I gave them out there.
He's out.
They're all interested in my podcast.
All right, good, you win.
Did you throw them in the garbage? Did you throw them in the garbage or actually hand them out? Hey, but you didn't prevent some of them?
Didn't make it. It's bad.
He didn't hand it out to like any of the people here. He's like, oh, ducks. Feed the ducks.
Well, for us, he damn ducks.
Oh, play the video.
Yeah.
Wait, there's a video?
Well, we just have a little bit of
That's him. That's him, by the way.
That's me.
Well, this is a podcast.
What?
This is your podcast. Actually, this is my podcast.
What episode?
This is the last one we did before we went. This is the last podcast episode that we did before we did that.
Yes, and I had to leave early.
So, we're doing
Yes. I gotta start at the right time.
I don't remember what.
And it seems like we're still having AV issues.
It's just the
Barely gonna use this, but okay.
Got a little bit last. Drumming on his belly.
I thought you said you could get married. That would work too. We can officiate that today.
Why are you caressing him?
Why are you caressing
Why
him?
aren't you? Okay, come on. Hey, let's go. How you doing, Timber? Let's go. Hey, it's been like 24 hours. I know. Hey, man. I do. Except for no first podcast.
What he does when he's sober. Yes, I know.
I would like to follow.
That's what he sober. And my friend gets sucked into
Why are you up here now?
Absolutely.
What's that? Is this our crowd? I am sorry that you came here.
I'm happy. I can't believe it. We actually have people.
There's more of this across the sword!
Hey, there's more people. Hey, welcome to
Oh my gosh, we have all three of cards.
That would have, well, it is the, it's hard. It's up to you.
Hi guys.
Welcome to our podcast.
I won't let you, I'm not going to stop you from doing your exercises.
This is
Alright.
This?
Yeah.
If you guys
Whoa.
scratch me something like this, it's like the least, like,
Hey guys, it's recording.
I think I give Alkali a run for his money for my voice.
Hey, whoa.
They need the microphones. I'm allowed Italian. Is it time now? Why are we looking at Matterhorn's ass?
It's not his ass, it's his back.
Hey, I think I have a nice one, okay?
You're in a mug.
I'm biased.
Alright, that's Wolf. I'm English.
Yeah, that's the Are you drunk?
I get to be an asshole.
Yes. Obviously. Okay.
All right,
We can
these are
start
the people
now.
that actually showed up. Awesome.
Favorite
Thank
part
you.
of that.
Thank you for showing up.
I used to do. Who gets to be Drew Carey this time?
Can I be Jim Carrey?
No.
Jim Carrey.
Somebody stop me.
All right, so we actually rehearsed this in VR, and we're going to completely disregard all of that and then just go completely up.
Yeah. We basically were like,
Off
okay,
air.
we have a script for the first 15 minutes.
We've already broken it.
And then
No, we haven't. Let's
Have
go.
we started yet? What time is it?
Yeah, we started.
Yes, it's already started.
When?
This is exactly what
Okay.
happens every time we stream. So, hi.
You'll find out why it's like this in 2
Yeah, hi guys, welcome to Contacts Plus. We're actually a VR podcast. See, look at us in Resonite right here.
That is this guy.
That
You
is
can tell by his clothing
this
being the
guy.
exact
He's
same.
this
I'm almost always dressed like this. The only change is below the hips and people won't see.
He doesn't wear pants, so.
If you guys
only
haven't,
changes the dildo
So I
he uses when he walks into a
would
van.
wear tactical
Already
pants
gone,
if I could put it on
ADHD.
my avatar without the hip display.
Yeah, the Shiva.
so we
Yes,
are
introduction.
We are a VR podcast. You guys have probably heard of VR Chat. We are not in that. We are in Resonite, which used to be previous platform NEOS.
Neos.
We don't say the name.
Yeah,
We're not gonna get sued, I don't care. If we do, it's on my back anyway.
Yeah. So we used to be there, then Drama and Resonite started, and we're in Resonite.
Yep.
Resonite is basically just a VR platform where everything you do, you can create in VR.
Gmod.
You just are in VR. You are
Gmod.
in VR Unity Engine. It's just
We
VR
could say,
Unity
we could
Engine.
say Gmod because some people will get that.
Yeah.
Everybody that's played Second Life that pops in is like, oh, it's just working with prims
Are
and
we too old
everybody's
for
here to talk.
Second
Some of
Life,
us
anyone
might.
played Second
Some
Life?
of I
know you guys have.
I started on Second Life way back in 2000. Yeah,
This guy's 46 years old if you didn't know.
I'm 35. In a row?
Hey, me too. I'll be 36 in like 8 days.
Woo! Happy birthday, 8 days from now.
Thank you.
Yes, Resonite. Resonite is like VR. That's that. We make things. And what we did to even start this, after we had 2 years of us bullshitting on stream.
Like this.
We literally just bullshit, and people watched us and paid us, and eventually after 2 years we had enough money from our Patreon supporters and our subscribers on Twitch to make it here, paid for entirely by the Patreon supporters.
And Void.
And Void is one
he's
of
not
them.
here right
and
now.
the Twitch subscribers. So thank you if you guys are a Patreon supporter or a subscriber. Thank you. We are here for the first time ever on stage.
Live.
Live.
Well, we
We
were
never
live
met
in
each
VR.
other before this. VR doesn't count.
It's a live stream, by the way,
Yeah.
on VR. We're doing it live
Live.
with cameras in the game, and we also recorded. There's episodes. We'll get over that.
That we promised we're trying to put on Spotify. We apologize.
Please
So
do.
one listener on
Scraner.
Spotify is
Apologize,
watching is doing that right here.
Spotify.
So,
For you people who are watching, not watching, are listening.
For our
on
audio
listeners, yeah.
I don't want to sit down.
Okay, who are you?
I am Wolf Seisenbacher. I am the host. We came up with this idea
2 years ago.
2 years, yes, 2 years ago, after Glitch showed me something called Crabston on VR Chat. And it was just a VR talk show. And I thought, that could be good. I like talking.
It's also more fitting
That's very
having him
accurate.
here because the episode I showed is Crabston, like, listening to you ramble and then standing behind you with a baseball bat. I can't kill the guest.
Yes. Fur was on the Crabston episode that I watched that started Contacts Plus.
Wait, I'm
All
your
right.
dad?
No, I can't.
Whoa! Hey, let's get out of the rabbit
Went
hole.
out
We're doing
for
this
cigarettes
too
so
early.
long ago.
You just
come
have
back
way
with the
too
book.
much, guys.
I am
Get out of the rabbit hole. Keep going.
I'm an out of the rabbit hole. I am also a mechanic from Maine. That means I live in the
Can you
middle
tell?
of nowhere. What?
So can you tell?
I'm also an Italian. It's extremely loud. I kind of give, I might give Alkali a run for his money. So I don't need a microphone at all. I think I'm still louder
No,
than
you
them.
gave him money and made him want to run.
Yes, I did give him some money, and then I drank with him the other night.
also gave him
with
free ice.
that stupid movie. Then I rubbed my chest, and my eyes were wall-eyed. But that's something
My
that's for
gosh.
another time.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Please discuss in 10 minutes. I just want to hear the recreation. I just want to
So-
live it over again.
What did you write down on your script?
Absolutely nothing. I completely forgot.
What do you do
What? I'm a mechanic.
in the show?
In the show, I'm the host.
And?
He's a hoe.
I don't know, an asshole.
And how did this start?
Where's your...
I'm an idiot wrangler according to
Thank
that.
you. Yeah, any
Uh,
wrangler is what he is.
All right, now the script.
They have to
Sit the
wrangle
book down.
me. It's a terrible job. But yes,
As partially a joke and partial serious, I'm like, let's get corporate badges.
Yeah, we did actually. They're not like HID or anything, but that'd be cool.
and
Oh, I wish I could have, but Anthrocon says no.
the last bit of confusion we probably need to solve is why the fuck are we called Contacts Plus?
Oh yes, that's important.
Why are we called that? In Resonite, there is a Friends of Friends session called Contacts Plus, which means your contacts plus friends. Because we were originally a talk show,
The contacts of your contacts.
the contacts of
Yes.
your
The
contacts
of the contacts,
would be
contacts,
guests
and
on the show.
Yeah, it's basically public, but only to
Yeah.
an isolated group of people.
Until
There's our sponsor, pretty much.
yes, there is the one that paid for most of this.
Yeah,
Uh,
there's our honey wine daddy.
He brought the saltine!
Yes, I'm delivering from your phone.
You brought the fucking insulting. You brought the teens. You brought the
I went all the way back to the jury for that.
Absolutely.
You got the teens. They're saltines with no salt.
I know that you love us now. The one that you're supposed to grab is the prop one that they took all the saltines out of. These are the teens.
Exactly.
I glued it back.
For our audio-only listeners, someone just brought in a wonderful box and saved the day.
Anyhow.
So, you're the host, you're the idiot wrangler.
Yeah.
Why are we called Contacts Plus?
Yeah, that was Contacts Plus reason is because it was friends of friends that were going to be on the talk show.
Yeah. It's just a play on that. That's all it is.
Until we were just bored, I guess, one time, and then we just started doing like sitting in a circle and talking with ourselves.
Oh yeah, let's go back.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
So we actually had guests for a while back. Hey, welcome
Hi,
to the
welcome.
podcast. We had guests, and it was basically like a late night talk show. We would talk with them, get all kinds of stuff. How long ago did we start doing podcasts?
So
I forgot because we started mixing it
Like a
in,
year,
and then we
yeah.
just
I don't
this
know.
just happened.
about a year ago.
We
I
started
think
doing podcasts in season 1 because we built the podcast setup in that first.
That's
studio.
right.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
So within the first
But
year.
our format changed basically. So now we're actually doing something different. Why is that relevant at all?
I don't know because Contact Plus no longer makes sense.
So it's relevant because
No, it doesn't actually.
It has
when
no
we
sense at all.
started, it was
Like us.
Contacts Plus. We were dragging in people that were like, hey, we want to interview you.
Yes.
Cool. Now bring in your friends, the contacts of the contacts. Let's bring everybody in. Let's
That was
have
the original
everybody.
idea.
Yeah, let's have everybody
It
chat.
sputtered out.
It evolved.
It sputtered out.
It's
There
sputtered out a little.
was like a 3-month period where I'm like, why are we just
We had to
going
be-
with this as the entire company? Why
Yeah.
is Wolf's name on it? Why are we
It's not
doing-
anymore. I redesigned the logo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they demoted me.
They
I would like
demoted
to
you
bring-
and changed our branding to Fear Factor.
Yeah.
I don't like
so,
yellow. I think I want you.
I would
I
like
think
to
that
remind
kind of covers
everybody-
everything. Thank you for being
Gone.
here.
Yellow sister here.
Yeah.
Okay,
Go
so
ahead.
I'm
You
doing
can
sponge.
explain yourself.
I'm purple.
I can see if I can find you in here.
Abadi.
He's the one who's compensated.
I just have to sit here and wait till you get shown.
Yeah.
I
And
can't
you
even
was scrunched a neck because your god eye case sucked for Sheila's.
Yes. So I am from the south. May or may not come out. I don't know if it has been. When I'm a little drunk, a little bit. A little bit.
What's 50 proof amongst friends?
It was 100 proof.
Oh, you're right, 50%.
I don't know why.
I don't remember any of my script that I wrote down. Oh,
No,
South. I technically was the director, producer. I've had many titles, but I run the company side of it, accounting, all that junk. So please don't sue us, because then it goes on my name directly.
Or do it, it'd be funny.
On here it says staff, production, and then I'm Jello.
That's true.
For those of you who aren't furries.
How did you get here?
How did you get here?
No, we know how they got here.
You turn it off because I'm done looking for you.
Okay.
Just talk.
Okay.
So yeah, goo.
No, the one person that wasn't a furry, the LCC employee that was walking by.
It's like, who the fuck are these people? Anyway, so yeah, Jello. My character is made of goo. That's why that is a thing. It's not even that relevant.
Of course it's relevant.
Typically, I'm the second dad of the group. He's the first dad of the group.
We fight.
We fight a lot.
They fight a lot, and it's why we've started just quietly going, Daddy and Daddy are fighting again.
Yes, that happens a lot. Even from the very, very, very beginning, we had that first Discord group chat. We were like, we should make a Discord. No, let's wait a little bit until we get. Shut the fuck up. We made a Discord. And then I made a logo, and we just kind of went from there. What else was I gonna say? I don't remember what.
I don't remember. We
anything
just have to keep
I-
going.
I should have brought up my script, but
I tried to look at the script, and every time it is Wolf just.
oh, yeah.
We
Every time it
rehearsed
turns
for a
on itself.
month. We don't remember anything.
We make a plan, and then we go, that's a good plan, and then it gets covered in dust and papers, and we're like, where is it?
Yes. So, continuing on, I'm Newt, this is Glitch. Continue.
Yeah, I'm Glitch Flux. I have been in the fandom for 17 years, and it's why a lot of people have known me.
Wow.
And only since like 2021 have people actually started hearing my voice. Because I went from IRCs and moving on to Skype, where it was only 11 people that knew me.
Oh,
And, like,
I missed Skype.
I then was like, all right,
Is that bad?
I'll be on Second Life, cool, nobody speaks to each other. I met this asshole a little bit, and then I'm like, cool, I know you now. And then I'm like, all right, VR chat, I'll finally give it another shot because I tried in like 2019. And I pop on and I'm like, there's no text, time to talk. And I just started adding everybody that I knew, and friends were like, stop adding random people. You're at 8,000 people, stop. And I'm like, it's not random, watch, you, pick a lobby, let's go. We pop in, and even though I haven't been to Anthrocon in a decade, I walk over and I'm like, you, I remember you from 2014.
Haven't hugged you in a decade. He literally said that to somebody at the Vor Meet 30, an hour ago.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, no, the I haven't hugged you in a decade was Golden Wolf. He was right outside the elevators.
I'm taking that as the same thing.
Those were two separate events.
The same thing.
And then
What are you?
for who I am a jack of as many trades as I can get.
I
I
think
am
you were Glitch.
ADHD, and usually my main focuses are physical security, lock picking, and anything like that. And it is no longer a joke. I have everyone's house key. People have seen.
He brought them.
I did not bring them.
You brought a large keychain of.
That is not a large keychain, and those are keys that I should not have. But I also made sure I did not bring the one key that I'm like, Kage will murder
Oh
me.
yes, this.
But I really wanna
Should we
watch-
tell it now or wait?
I have a key that I can say with 97% certainty operates the escalators over there. And I'm like, ooh, I have a tool.
What did Kage say to you?
He
doesn't know.
no
Don't tell
knowledge.
him.
I thought you said you would murder you. Whatever.
No,
He
I
will
know.
murder him if he knows, but no, he doesn't know.
It's
It's
not
secret between all
Kage
of
gets
us.
mad if you mess with the elevators, and because when I was last here, somebody messed with the elevators, and then suddenly it's Schindler Port Systems. I'm like, somebody got caught. And then for who I am here, I am I am the set design. I'm the production. I am.
He made the set that you saw a second ago.
I've made all of our sets and then sat back and I'm like, let's see how they break this.
We do.
We do.
Yeah, they've gotten better each time, a little bit more optimized, started having the ability to actually bring audiences in. This is almost the same amount of people that come in anyway, but it'll usually be people that come in and go, who the fuck are these? And leave.
Yep.
Or go, hey, I broke through the barriers that are there so nobody comes through.
Yes.
Because I don't know why the button doesn't work. And the rules say, don't click the red button.
There's a lobby. Let's give some context. There's a lobby that has our rules in it. You have to read the rules. The rules say, click the logo. Don't click the red button. If you didn't read the rules, you would know that. You wouldn't know that. Whatever.
So with it, we don't see the barrier because we've already gone through it. It's
I
so
still
beautiful.
see it. I have to click it every time.
No. Like when we were on stage.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we get a clear view down the
Oh
hallway.
yeah, we can see them. We can see them like turning around, like what the fuck am I supposed
people
to do?
clicking all these red herring buttons that I put. They're like, it's not working.
Read the rules.
Yeah.
Anyway, writer kind of, right? Writer kind of.
Yeah. I also had been like, yeah, I'll do rating. I wrote.
He
a
wrote
lot
a
of questions
and
for
the
everybody.
descriptions and stuff.
I gave us the script of who are we, why are we here, what are we doing here?
Yes.
And we've rejected everything after, like, he writes it, we don't use it half the time.
I was like, hey kids, do your fucking homework.
That's true. That did happen for this
He
show.
did, yeah.
He didn't turn his in for 2 weeks after.
That's a 1 point deduction every day.
Yeah.
I'll have you know, the next time you all make me depressed, it'll be more.
Alright.
Cut deep.
And
Please
already,
continue
so-
before it's
no,
already.
No,
that
it's already going
that
to
happens
list.
sometimes in pre
We've
as
listed,
well.
we're at ADHD, the podcast.
We've
And
already gone off script.
What did you make me do?
There's a script.
Oh no.
There used to be.
Fur just wrote out a text to Kage.
Fur just signed my death
What
warrant
the hell
to
did you
Uncle
do?
Kage.
He just sent Uncle Kage a text on Telegram that says,
No, it's a text, an SMS.
Oh, I may know a blue dog named Glitch who has a key to turn off the escalators. So not only is Glitch dead,
I am already dead. I see the freaking devil.
Everybody Satan has a
Oh my gosh, if that was Kage, we would be so dead right now.
Okay,
You
okay.
need to make sure that he doesn't get killed.
Pass.
Okay.
Yes, as I was going to say, we are
Matt,
ADHD
shut up.
podcast, and that is why all of a sudden when it's like, okay, Madeline's turn, we're distracted by Fur.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, anyhow, we should probably move along.
Yes, Marin, strap yourself.
Are you drunk?
No!
Hurry up.
If
wet.
Kage walks in here, I'm hoping that my phrase will work to turn him around of, hey, are you still flirting with my grandmother?
Yes, that's some.
I have stories.
We have stories. We'll tell a few of them. But Marin, who are you? Please. Hey, who are you?
Got the gasoline.
Oh, okay. Well, while they're distracted, so my name is Mator and I'm Mugman, or Mandarin, in case you are afraid of speaking words outside of the English regime. I am the co-host, only for the reason because I pissed this motherfucker off enough that he keeps me.
No.
Okay.
I do a lot of the prop work. If I actually did 3D modeling once in my life, I actually built the blender that Raspberry rigged up for us so that way you can kill me on a repetitive basis.
You put him in a
Go for it.
Yeah, for like 1,000.
Anything else? The story behind the Mugman, in case it's Bizardium, the pilot episode, I went from sitting on the couch and talking to Wolf to sitting in a cage and talking to Wolf. The cage
bird
being
cage.
too big and he couldn't see. So they put me in a bubble, but the bubble was too obnoxious because I would bounce a little bit everywhere. So they put me in a mug, and I refused to get out because it makes him mad.
You dirtied my coffee.
And
Yeah,
it's great.
it's
I've been there
brown
for
water
2 years and I
now.
don't
It wasn't
plan on
coffee.
leaving.
It was not coffee.
It was not coffee.
But it's brown now.
You musky husky.
That's for your interpretation.
So, yes, Raspberry.
I am Raspberry. I help maintain the social media accounts, and in the show I help with the coding of some projects like the Blender
And our chat bot.
and the chat button.
Chat bot,
Very
yeah.
useful chat bot.
To
Welcome to the
send
podcast.
live messages to a Discord server.
Yep.
And in season 1, it was for the session timer we were.
Oh, I forgot
using.
about that.
Yep, we used to have a session timer. Tried to be professional.
There's a programming language inside the game. They're proficient. is
Think
what
of
we're
Scratch, but cooler.
saying. You know what Scratch is.
In the old platform,
Don't date me like
in the
that.
old platform, it was called
You don't know Scratch?
Logic.
Shut the fuck
In
up.
Resonate, they changed it to Protoflaps.
Yeah, everyone was upset because they used Logics with an X because they were trying to be like hip, cool '90s rad people. So now they actually like got a real word that has a letter X. in it.
Wow.
You think I'm joking? That's why.
Yeah.
That makes sense. They get a hip new logo too.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a Hypno logo.
What
that
else?
was
What
earlier
else,
than that.
Raspberry?
That's why I killed
What else? Please tell me. Yeah. Okay.
Egg.
Oh my god.
Yep.
It doesn't look like an egg though.
It's
a pine cone.
It's
It's an egg.
it's an egg. Don't question it.
It's egg.
Excuse me, Egg.
It's kind of an inside joke.
As
Should we explain it?
egg. So
That's it.
That's about it. That's the entire
no
joke.
With the little bit that he said,
I don't know what it is.
Raspberry is soft-spoken, but the most chaotic of
Do you
all
want
of
to come to our
us.
podcast?
Yes, he's the most. Raspberry is the most chaotic of all of us. We'll be sitting here doing a podcast in VR.
You'll play like
Raspberry
mine.
just comes, sits down, and then just starts shooting everybody.
Yes.
Yeah,
While
most
we
of
are
the
doing a
time-
podcast.
Most of the time I cause the chaos.
Yes. By the way,
Sometimes it's the audience, but most of the time it's me.
so let's get moving because we don't need to introduce Satan or Fur. Hikari is up here helping us with our AV a little bit. And another Resonite user of us. So
Yes.
thank you for helping
There's
us.
a lot of
By the
Resonite
way,
users.
if you
Howdy.
There's probably a lot of Resonite users here. 15 minutes. You're either playing VR chat or something else for it.
Come to Resonate.
Anyhow, welcome to Contacts Plus. You kind of know who we are now, so let's actually get to the meat and potatoes of it. So you guys skipped out on Convention War Stories.
Wait,
Come
you eat
here.
potatoes?
So we've got
I
some.
thought you were Irish.
Yeah, we have Convention War Stories of our own.
We negate the 7-year rule, except for a lot of mine from Anthrocon 24.
We are the Timu Convention War Stories.
There are a lot of off-budget bullshit that we do.
They're Marvel World DC.
Who here
Yes.
was at open mic night? Anybody here was at open mic night?
Nope.
We know
Well,
Nobody.
You guys are
You
everywhere.
guys are
Don't you
everywhere.
lie
You're
to
crushing
us.
it. You weren't there.
I know
All
the
right.
rest of you,
So this
I
is
kinda
he never told us where it was until after it was done.
I was watching Sonic.
It's off script.
Why are you so off script? It's important. Okay, fine. Say
All right,
something.
this is important. So we've talked about ourselves a lot, and that kind of seems like this whole panel is going to be like that, but that's not the point of Context Plus.
It wasn't?
Shut up. The originally, like we were saying, the original kind of idea was to invite people and kind of get more opinions and explore the platform a little bit more. We would go outside of the stage, and we did one thing with cars at one point.
We did a Contacts Plus on the go one,
Yes.
where we
Welcome, Lord.
we had looked for
Welcome.
anybody that had like active projects, something cool on the platform,
Yeah.
stuff to show off.
To kind of promote the platform.
Yeah.
Oh, what I was saying. So the point of this moved from that to just kind of entertainment. Instead of just talking about us, we would rather make you smile. That's kind of our whole deal. Like, emotional moment last night that we had.
I don't remember.
He was not that drunk. He does remember.
I do remember. We toasted. We toasted.
Yeah, we
Talon.
toasted.
You toasted yourself.
I toasted my
Fucking
teeth.
dink.
Anyhow.
that timber.
Anyhow.
Before or after the
You
We
have
have a
no
lot of
idea.
inside jokes. We're going to try
Yeah.
and explain them as best we can.
But anyhow, alcohol was involved. Alcohol is probably going to be involved in any story that comes out of my mouth. I do want to get to that story because we use a little bit. We want. Let's move
That's all I
on.
wanted to say is the
Yeah.
fact that we don't want to be self-absorbed.
I already have it in my pocket.
no.
Look
You
at it.
need more. He
There's
brought
more in
for
my
our
pocket.
audio listeners. He just brought
And
a
I
flask
drank
on the
and a
stage.
gas can.
I was gonna say, yeah,
We have enough.
We
I'll-
have 2
I'll
gallons.
top up. I need to be like. I need to
2 gallons.
focus for a second.
Good grief.
These guys are watching. Anyhow, the story that was going to be said. There was a story that was told at open mic night. Apparently, nobody here heard it. Where Bo Jackal partied hard at a place called Furrycon in Rochester, New York. There was one year that the Blue Angels showed up, partied, and Bo woke up with a phone in his pocket that wasn't his. when it was rung, he just answered it, and the voice in the other line asked, "Hey, who has this phone?" He goes, "I don't know. I'm surprised as you are as I have this." We all forgot that night, and he told that side of the story at open mic. Thus, I have to say my side because I was the one calling that phone.
I didn't hear this.
This is how Bo and I met.
So good.
I've heard all of his stories about 5 times, except for this one.
This is how.
As soon as he walked on the stage, like,
Oh,
even
Bo.
though I was behind the two of them, I could still see their eyes lighting up from the backs of their heads.
Yes, and like once he started saying FurryCon, we were like, we have to tell the story now. So, this one is we made the Blue Angels almost crash and burn inside of the lake.
That's not a joke.
It actually happened. So, Blue Angels showed up at FurryCon, a small FurryCon in Rochester, New York, open bar. This was a 21 plus FurCon, and what happened is, I'm going to kill you. What happened was the FurCon was happening. No one planned it. It was Memorial Day weekend. The Blue Angels booked the same hotel that the FurCon was staying at. It was a FurCon of probably around 200 people. So the Blue Angels showed up and they saw FurryCon in front of the doors. And the first thing they did, they raised their hands and screamed, running through the doors of the hotel, FurryCon! Just dropped everything and ran through. They were so excited to have a FurCon there. But it was a FurCon of 200 people. It's basically a large fur meet. Crickets. Because there was nobody there and we're all up on the second floor. They were so excited and saw nothing.
Imagine if they came here today.
Yeah. Dude! We would kill them.
On accident.
Yes. I almost did myself.
Okay. So this is where it gets interesting.
Yeah. So they ended up finding the FurCon, and they got all complimentary passes to the FurCon to drink with us. And when I figured out the Blue Angels were there and they were partying, I made it my fucking mission to drink with the Blue Angels and to play Cards Against Humanity with them. This turned out to be a major mistake.
Tell me why, tell me why.
So, why are you raising your hand?
Who are the Blue Angels?
Well, that's a fair question. That's a valid question.
Okay.
Some listeners might not know.
Answer who the Blue Angels are.
Alright, so,
It better be real, not a fucking lie.
What?
I know you.
I would never.
Like me.
I know.
Mislead anyone?
No, never.
Okay, have you heard of Dutch Angel Dragons?
All right, no, you're cut off.
No, I want to hear this. Please continue.
Continue lying, and I'll tell the real one later.
The Blue Angels are biblically accurate Dutch Angel Dragons. So, Dutch Angel Dragons are an open species. Anyone can be a Dutch Angel Dragon. You just have to follow the rules of Dutch Angel Dragons, which means basically you have to have that little rounded snoot and no butthole canonically. The Blue Angels are a smaller subset of the Dutch Angel Dragons. The Blue Angels, you have to be the color blue. You also have to have a quirky.
Are you drunk?
He's quirky, Ray.
I had one sip of this, so yes. I had one too.
That's a problem.
Terrifying.
Should I have another?
No.
Yes. But yes, these Dutch Angel Dragons. Once you get to level 7, you actually graduate and evolve into a Blue Angel, and that is those are the people that just showed up at that panel.
That is a complete lie. Do not listen to a single part of it.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of believed it.
It sounds accurate.
The only thing with him so far that hasn't been a lie is he actually made me click the button to send that I own a key. And I watched, and I'm like, I might take him up on the offer. The message that popped up from Kage. Do I need to spay and neuter him?
No! So, that's good.
I don't want those parts. I'm like, maybe.
Surgery. Blue Angels.
Blue
Who
Angels.
they are.
They're a part of the Navy.
If
right?
you don't know, the Blue Angels are
Air
elite
Force.
fighter
No,
pilots
airplanes.
for the U.S. Navy.
I said Air Force.
Yeah, they're
I'm
elite
stupid.
fighter pilots for the U.S. Navy. They go to air shows. They're the best fighter pilots that the U.S. Army has at all. Like, they are the top dog.
You have said all three branches of the military.
Yeah,
I am not a military person. I'm a furry.
Is it Navy?
It's Navy. It's
It is
Navy.
Navy. I got it right
Fireball.
the first try. All right.
It's Navy, but they're the flying Navy.
They're the flying merchant marines.
Yeah, go ahead. But they're elite
They
fighter
sell the
pilots.
military to children.
So, these guys have no business being at a FurCon,
Yes, they were at the FurCon.
but they went there anyway to have fun, and the furries gave them the fun. I almost killed them, personally, accidentally, with drinking. So,
This is when you come out, they come to AAA.
it does. It does. This is why I know Satan. I've died a few times.
Yeah. How many cards have you gone through now?
What?
Get out of hell cards.
I don't know. When the brony sent me to the hospital, I traded them in.
Yeah, apparently, because I was like, why is he like respawn?
I unlocked the cheat
Every
code.
time was a zap from the defibrillator.
So, what happened? Finally, one night, the same night that Bo woke up with the phone the next day, that wasn't his. I decided to start mixing a little drink I was mixing. I had Knob Creek 120 proof and Monster Energy. And I don't know, last year, do you guys remember the Wild Bill's soda that was here last year at Anthrocon? Those giant mugs that they give out? So, Knob Creek, 120 proof, popped it, and just let it go. And then cracked a Monster and poured that in there. And when I filled the mug, I then drank it, and what happened was Keela was sitting on the bed, and I was completely sober, and I was talking with her. I took a few sips, and then I couldn't walk.
That fast.
It was instant drunk. And it was strong, so I drank the whole thing.
And it tasted good.
It tastes so good you don't taste the alcohol at all. It just tastes like flat Monster. I drank the whole
I
thing.
can confirm with the wrong stuff because you tried with another energy drink yesterday.
Oh yeah, I didn't have that.
The son of this.
Wait a second. Was this what you messaged me about earlier today?
Son of Chalice of Death.
You asked,
You didn't even say what.
does this qualify as water? And I'm all like, I don't know. What does mommy say?
That's different.
No,
That was different.
Oh, okay.
But anyhow,
Later.
what happened? I went to a wine tasting after I drank the entire liter. It was a wine drinking. There was a lot of bottles had. I had the Cards Against Humanity on my back in a backpack, along with a liqueur called the Knot.
Thank you for the chuckle.
Yes.
When we went, I went out of the wine tasting. I mean, more like rolled out of the wine tasting. I went to the dance area and saw, hey, there's the commanding officer of the Blue Angels, coming out of the dance, which had, well, I would call them slushies, but they were just cold rum with a little bit of blue. And he was drunk off his ass too. And I said, you, Cards Against Humanity right now. And he's, all right, let's go, let's party.
Furries, yeah.
Yeah, fine, let's go do this. And he gathered a crew of ground crew and other of the Blue Angels. We got to a large table, set up Cards Against Humanity, and I started setting this up, and then we needed a drink. Obviously, I just came out of wine tasting. I am drunk off my ass. You need to top up when you're heavily hammered. So I pulled out the Knot, laughed to myself, and then looked at the CEO of the Blue Angels and said, hey, you want to take the Knot? And then he replies, yeah, I'll take the Knot.
He didn't know.
Every furry fucking broke down in crying laughter. Then, we had to ask again, are you sure? Do you want to take the knot? Fuck yeah, I'll take the knot. Again, broke out laughter. We're all fucking gone. Then, one helpful person decided to try to explain the joke to the commanding officer of the Blue Angels. The moment we figured out he was trying to explain the joke, everybody put their hands on his mouth and said, no, this is our joke.
He cannot know. He cannot know.
He cannot know why we are laughing at him. So he took a giant swig of the knot, we laughed, and continued to play. After we drank the entire fifth of the knot while playing, we had to get more alcohol.
Of course.
Of course.
As you do.
If
you're Wolf.
If you're also at a 21 plus drinking con, yes.
What does a 21 plus mean? Like you have 21 plus extra beverages?
You have to be
let's
21
continue
years
talking
old.
about something relevant.
Oh,
Daddy,
it's over 21 alcohol.
Yeah, anyhow. This is where my bad night became worse or better, depending on what you want to say.
Better.
Better, okay. I fell up to my room and decided to pack the backpack with what I had in the room.
Oh no.
What I had in the room was Knob Creek 120 proof and a 12-pack of Monster.
And his thigh highs.
It's illegal cocaine.
Yes, so I poured all of that into the backpack, along with the mug, and brought it back down to the Cards Against Humanity game, and started mixing the same way, but drunkenly now. So you know that the mix ratio was completely none. And I was just mixing, and then one of the Blue Angels next to me was like, hey, can I have some of that? This can give you a heart attack.
Promise.
Basically. And then he's like, all right. It's like, all right, fine, drink. And we pass the chalice around to the Blue Angels as we are drinking. Around this time, I black out. I wake up with the cards all over the table, all over the ground, probably chairs flipped over. All the Blue Angels are scattered. They are gone. I'm alone in a pile of Cards Against Humanity cards and an empty bottle of Knob Creek 120 proof and a bunch of empty cans of Monster. I had to get led up to my room in a flash of I don't remember. And the next thing I remember, I woke up to the Blue Angels buzzing the hotel. They flew out of their flight path the next morning, broke a bunch of rules, probably got in trouble, to buzz the hotel to thank the furries for how much fun they had that night.
It gets worse.
There's more.
There is more.
We can confirm this.
Yes.
There is a news story about
When he
this.
first told this story, I'm like, no way. And I look up the dates and the news, and I'm like, oh, there's news about the Blue Angels.
Yes. Yep. So tell us, what happened else other than breaking the flight path?
What else happened?
Pull the article.
Here, while I'm doing that, pull the article up. But so what else happened? Well, come to find out that the Blue Angels might have still been drunk.
That's what's cool about the Blue Angels, that they still flew when flat. Where was
Just look up Blue Angels
5 hours of
Lucas Wing
sleep,
Party
I
in
think,
Rochester,
or
New
less.
York.
That's the military.
The military's used to that, but well, actually, no. I have friends in the Navy as well. They're used to the drinking too.
Okay, so you gotta turn it back on, homie.
I will, but give me a second to get to that point.
Alright,
I'm standing in
alright,
front of it,
alright.
I'll be
We're good.
blind.
Okay.
So, what happened? They touched wings during the air show. And lost a part of their wings in the lake.
What?
The next morning, after I overcome a massive hangover that I got woken up by F-16s, buzzing way too close to the hotel, almost shattering the windows. A great alarm clock, by the way.
Good.
We start our next night of trying to party with the Blue Angels. And as I'm going up an escalator and the Blue Angels ground crew is coming down, one of them points at me because he recognized me, and he said, "Hey, I drank out of your chalice of death last night. I couldn't get to bed until 2 in the morning. I had to be up at 5. that wasn't the only thing. That's where Chalice of Death even comes from, is the ground crew of the Blue Angels. That wasn't it. Apparently the CEO of the Blue Angels was so drunk at 3 in the morning, he had to be led up by con security back to his hotel room. He forgot his room number. They had to carry him to the front desk of the hotel and ask them, where is this guy's room? Once they got this information, they had to drag him up an elevator to his room. There were nice vases, it's a nice hotel, so he broke every vase along the way until they got to his hotel room. Con security unlocked the door for him and just pushed him in, closed the door, and said, that's it, we are done. That's how he went to bed at 3 or 4 in the morning.
To wake up at 5.
To wake up at 5 to do an air
Fly
show.
a fucking plane. That's awesome.
Danger zone. Was it the ground crew or was it the flyer?
That was the commanding officer.
He saw the ground crew though.
The ground crew is the one who gave the Chalice of Death its name. So now, I brought Chalice of Death back here. Apparently they don't make Knob Creek 120 proof anymore. It's only 100 proof.
I wonder if you were the reason.
I take full responsibility for this news article that I'm about to show to
This
corroborate
sounds
this
crazy, right?
story.
Like, this does not sound like it really happened.
It sounds like
It's real. It sounds like this should not have ever happened, and if I am embellishing something. No, this is 100% real.
Some parts might be embellished.
It should. This information should come on. Are you turning on yet? Its fans are coming on. It sounds like a protogen.
You need to like touch the port a little.
Because of how platforms like it are, you can bring in anything, share an image, share a video, share a
PDFs
file,
now.
anything that you want. Share a toilet seat. I bring in a photo. I'm like, guys, he's not kidding, and I hold it up, and I hold up a screenshot of this article.
Blue Angels
He did.
loses wing part during New York show, May 25th, 2015.
Rochester, New York.
Rochester, New York.
Look it up.
This is a real story. We partied with them and fucked them up. The furries outdrank the Blue Angels.
But they still outplayed us by flying the plane afterward.
We made them
Can you
touch
believe
tips.
that? The fact that they didn't fucking crash,
Yes.
even though they got hammered, that's...
I love how this story has been a part of us for so long.
Yep.
It proves why Satan enjoys that we cause things, that he's like, I don't need to do as much. I can make
Wait, well, if we were to recreate the news article, what we could recreate it to is furries drink with Blue Angels, causing them to touch tips.
I can see that.
So, yes, that is the full Blue Angels story. And
It
Bo
was
is
a part of
here.
us for so long, and then Bo pops up and he's like, I woke up with a phone. I have this story. Here's the other half, and there's the third half. There are 3 parts. Bo's point of view, Wolf's point of view, and the CO. And the CO's is probably blurrier than both of them.
So, that's my initial opening story. Good luck. Who wants to follow up with their own con war story?
New con stories. New first timers. That's what was next on the list.
First timers.
Me and
New con.
Me and that one
I
over
hate
there
that
looks
one.
like
New
Jesus.
one. I hate that story.
So these
Me and Jesus.
3,
First
uh,
time.
Me and Jesus.
Yes. So Raspberry, Mandarin, and New. This is their first con.
Yep. And first time traveling alone. First time taking a train.
First time
It's awful,
out of
don't take
Maine
trains.
for
First time
Little
for
Spoon.
him.
First time in the cupboard.
Not yet.
First time in the cupboard, we found
Let's
tips.
get on that.
We made a Mormon cover. He's Mormon. What do I need to get on?
I am the little Mormon that sits in your walls and gives you Jesus.
Big spoon, little spoon.
We had Jesus at the same
Just
time.
said that I need the spoon.
Yes.
Yeah. He asked me if I had a little spoon yet. I said no. Alright. That
Well,
works.
actually, no.
you've already been dominated by Wolf because Wolf came in to the hotel room.
All of these words are innuendo.
Oh yes, I forgot about this.
All the drawers are open.
This happened this con.
Because the hotel room is haunted. Like something is wrong with the jury. Our other half has their keys breaking every like 40 minutes it seems. But Wolf comes in, we're watching the Sonic movie, and it's just, there is, every drawer is open, every cabinet is open, everything is all over. He just discovered that there was a Bible under his pillow. Because
the Holy Bible.
The hotel cleaning staff came in, walked over, a pentagram of these.
No. Cheerwine. There was a pentagram of Cheerwine.
These and Cheerwine. They
with his person head in the middle.
They walk over it and they're just like, okay, and they remake the bed and they're like, there's a Bible under here. It goes on top.
Yep. Shout out to the fucking maids, because like that was sick.
If it wasn't for the cleaning crew, Wolf probably wouldn't.
He wouldn't have known that it's a holy Bible.
I slept on a Bible. I should be on fire.
Didn't know.
Yeah.
What's this rabbit hole?
Maybe it's like, maybe it takes a long time to process that.
So the context for
46
this
business
is
days.
you were manhandled.
Oh, that's right. I got assaulted.
When he comes into the room and no, those are the unsalted. Those are the teens. There are no salt teens.
You know, we threw teens at you.
I don't know why.
Yeah, anyhow. Continue.
But he walks in. All the drawers are open. He partied with Alkali and Boozy at Mistake too much. I
was gonna say that was your first mistake.
No, the first mistake for me in that entire situation is somebody coming in like, Wolf's flask is empty, who has a steady hand. I'm like, okay, Glenn Leather. So with it, he comes in. All the drawers are open. He hobbles in. Why are all the drawers open? And then we're like, it's haunted. And he's like, no. And he's like, you need to stop. He picks up Newt and drags him away. He's like, you're going in the morning cubby.
I'm 200 pounds. He's like less than me.
You forgot the part where he slid in.
Yeah.
Middle finger.
Slid in, double fingered everybody.
He's like, all the drawers are open. Boom, 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 boom. Back room. Boom, 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 boom. Runs in, slides.
Did we get a recreation of the slide?
No, I don't think these.
Oh, he doesn't have his other pants on. They have the fucking holes the size of baseball
pants.
in them.
Yeah.
With it, since Timber was there, one of the other things that is great, Newt is like, no more. Wolf goes, you challenge me? Grabs the random bottle, corks it with his teeth, grabs a chalice, pours it all in, looking us dead in the eyes.
Not all. It wasn't that.
Well, yeah, not all of it, but like
That
enough.
wasn't relevant. No,
It was enough. And then he looks at us, and we don't need to toast him because he toasts his teeth by slamming the mug into it.
It went ding, and we were like, did that hurt you? He's like, huh? He didn't even realize he did it. He was that drunk. Go back. Back up the rabbit hole again.
Okay, to which spot?
Which part? We've already shown you.
Here's the Mormon story.
Yes.
So, we talked about Mormon Cubby.
Pentagram with Cheerwine in his head.
He
All
picked
the
me up
drawers
and
are
assaulted
open.
me, put me in a cabin, almost locked me in there.
Yes.
This is all before even Friday.
Yes.
This was yesterday. This was last night.
Why are we watching Sonic?
Yeah, that's a good question. We don't need to answer it right now.
No. I can give the context to that. We were watching it because me and Satan walked to the Reg line, and right as we get there, Reg line's closed.
Yep.
There's too many people.
Yep.
And so we just
I got denied again.
A lot of people cast Satan out.
Yeah. First my dad, then the convention.
So it's good that I saw you. I'm happy that you woke up because we walked towards it. It's like, okay, when does it open? 9 a.m. Got it. We're waking up early. And then we just look and we're like, can't con space. And you're like, fuck it, Riverfront. We're like,
Yeah. And then it decided to downpour during the riverfront.
And so while he's at mistake, making bigger mistakes, we have our own little MST3K watching both the Sonic movies and just sitting back. We're drinking and it's like, okay, it's like little bits of casual drinking. We've got the person putting on the movies, Raspberry, does not drink and has no goal to. These two, it was their first con and their first drinks.
Whether that was a good idea or not, I'm still deciding.
You guys got me to do that shot, and you also got me to do that.
Motherfucker.
I got you to drink
the lemon, whatever.
Limoncello.
Limoncello.
Yeah.
I drank that.
I told him, hey, here's this, you're going to drink it, and then I'll tell you what it is. Which is a mistake of his, and one of our friends is like, you found the deer. I'm like, yeah, he's going to drink. And it's like, please take care of him. And they just get, I gave him Everclear
Thanks for
and
coming,
a
have a good
smile.
Everclear is big.
Oh yeah.
You
might not drink, I don't know.
Yeah, it's not.
I just started.
It's just 1 to 51.
Yeah.
So it's close.
I don't know what I'm drinking.
Okay.
It says it on the jug.
Oh, right.
Gasoline.
That's the problem.
The part about that is after you drink it, you gonna lean.
What's happening?
They're drinking.
I can't.
Let's go back.
I can't share all the images that I took and all the chaos from that night. One of the photos I really wish that I took, there is just
That is a wonderful image.
There's Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails on screen, and Wolf is sideways.
Like completely sideways?
Like Leaning Tower of Pisa, if there was a gust, he'd be in the bathroom.
There's also a picture of him just laying on the
Please
ground
put
with
that
belly
in.
showing.
Oh, yeah.
Going like this.
So I don't think that I'd be able to show
He does it a lot,
Like
guys.
it's
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
There it is. Put that on the screen.
Every time I open my
turn the
phone,
fucking projector off, okay?
nobody will probably be able to see it, but it is Wolf, where he has his shirt over his nipples. He has a belt line from how he has his Crook's tail, and we're like, man, you have the belt on tight. And he just goes,
Actually, I don't think we can show this if there's any kids in here because he's got like some A pluses going on. Maybe
This is
a
an
B cup.
18 plus
Yeah.
room.
Yeah,
I mean, I got a
They
little
look
bit of
nice though. They look good on you.
I'm growing them all.
Hidden context plus.
access the chat and bring up the image. It would be beautiful.
Yo!
What is this?
You keep
What is
prepared.
USB-C phone.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
so we can put this
We
on
can
the
stream
stream.
it.
There we go. Thank you.
You can. This has been broken for so long that I have to charge my phone by taking it apart and swapping the batteries. This port does not work. It has not worked.
Raspberry Gold is shitty.
Raspberry's got it.
Tires the forbidden image.
Raspberry's got it.
We'll continue while we're doing that, so you
Yeah.
guys can embarrass me fuller.
So let's go to actual new con experiences. Traveling.
Travel experience.
Yes.
You just dropped one of them, by the way.
Yeah.
Some of us had some interesting traveling experiences.
Absolutely.
Because some of us decided to do it in an interesting way. If you've ever watched ASD,
Oh yeah, I took a train here.
What happened on the train?
How we all got here. So, me, Kilo, Wolf, and Raspberry, it was normal where we're driving in, going through Pennsylvania on my end. It's just like, you find some weird stuff where like, why is there such a thing as a goose crossing in the middle of a city? It's like, we just saw that.
This is-
We're like,
wait,
okay,
this is
cool.
Maine.
We might need to show Caboose the goose.
this is Maine, right?
No, this is in Pennsylvania.
Oh, in Pennsylvania?
This
Why
is
was
one of the
why do we have a
random
goose
towns.
crossing in Pennsylvania? Don't we know that the Canadian Air Force is on the border?
But we're all sitting there. It's like, okay, we've got this. And he's like, I found a fursuiter. There's one person going to the con on one of my planes. What happened to you?
Huh?
Yeah, what
Fuck,
happened?
I was not paying attention. I thought you were
ADHD
calling
again.
ADHD.
This is the podcast.
What happened to
Usually.
me, I took a train, 30 hours straight traveling. I got a 2-hour layover that was 1 hour because of a delay.
What'd you do to the family?
It wasn't a family, first off. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, the delay. Let's talk about that.
Oh yeah, Shannon coming back.
The delay. I took a train. You probably hear on the news every now and then, train hits car. Yeah.
That was
So
his fault.
I'm on an Amtrak train, like it's pretty normal. All of a sudden, we just leave out of like, fuck, where were we? It was pretty early into the trip. No. I had just woken up. It was in the morning of Wednesday, and suddenly emergency brakes. We just left the station, so I know there's no stopping for another like 30 minutes. Emergency brakes, and we're like, oh, okay, well, that just happened. I didn't hear any jolts. Suddenly, one of the conductors, one of like 3 conductors, comes back with his radio loud as fuck. All I hear from the train engineer is, yeah, there was this car, he just like pulled out in front of us and we kind of hit it with the front of the train. Everybody in our car is like, fucking what? and then a little while later,
just casually, like, we just hit a car.
no, that wasn't. We weren't supposed to hear that. It was on the radio.
Oh,
Yeah, and then a little while later, we hear, yeah, we hit a car.
I'm waiting for you to show the wrong. Oh, there it is.
That's
Oh no, yeah.
Send
So
to Alkali.
I sent this to Alkali, and I'm like, Wolf has some explaining to do. Alkali's response.
Oh, that's sick.
He thought I was hitting on him. He thought it was from me.
Alkali was so trashed, he thought I was Wolf sending it like, I have some explaining.
What is that?
Hi, Alkali.
That's
I'm not going further with most of these people again.
Really fast. Before we get too far, how much time do we have?
We are at.
We have a half hour.
It's 5 hours.
Oh,
we have a half hour?
Yeah.
Hello.
Just
Half hour
left.
for a half hour? We
On
apologize.
staff, thank you.
We have more stories to share.
Yeah, that's the
35
picture.
minutes.
Because I have another story to share.
Whoa, I'm not done yet.
But please, finish yours. I'm gonna
Speed
have
the hell up.
We did hit the car. I think we like basically just pushed them off. Obviously, train's not gonna stop fast enough. I didn't feel any jolt. They were okay. Everyone was okay. We barely tapped it. The car was total. The person was okay. Nobody died. That was important.
I'm sorry you have to see this.
If somebody did die, we would have been stuck there for about 4 more hours. I'm glad.
Would it be like the side of the road burial? You over there with like first suits and dildos sticking into the hole?
And it just makes me think of a field trip that never happened. In 3rd grade, we were supposed to go to a farm. We got 3 blocks from the school. We hit a motorcyclist, and you can tell the teachers are lying to kids all the time because we're sitting there and a teacher comes on and like, we hit a guy on a motorcycle, but it's okay, he's fine. And I turn around and I watch them.
Stop saying it's enough.
I watch.
You're gonna kill the man.
I watched the EMTs put a blanket over a dude's face on the way to a field trip, and it's like field trip's canceled.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, no. If you hit a car with a train, I don't think that they'll tell you that the guy's okay or not.
I think we would have stuck.
I don't.
Don't worry, there's
You don't? I talked to train people and they were like, like some team stories.
Sleep on the steering wheel.
Anyway, they didn't die. Yeah,
As far as we know.
As far as I know, I don't think they died.
Do
There's
we
no
have?
news story, so
Do we have
that's all of my story.
other new con stories from new con goers?
Why are there so many of you?
Because your vision.
Most of these people know us already. I see.
Just
a
because I have
voice.
4 eyes doesn't mean anything.
So
I love your backpack.
with him being new to
I
the
just
con,
saw it.
us all like new to meeting each other. I want you to stand up for a second.
Oh no.
So with us drinking, I already know. I take double what he takes because of our body mass.
I don't know. Wait. Oh, I thought I wasn't wearing my glasses. I got
Now you have
How
6
drunk
eyes.
are you?
We know how his body mass is ahead of time, but because we've all never seen each other in person, like I try to hide my face as much as I can. I don't like people knowing me. Oh my god, how many? Why? I wish I brought my glasses. I'm like,
Yes!
everybody in the Contacts Plus crew gets a face reveal of me. And so, once he's finally at the hotel, I put the mask on and I just go, Face reveal. Damn, you're smart.
I can't see anything.
Come watch our podcast.
Come watch your podcast. We're dumb.
Oh, what?
Thank you.
How many? They don't have any like kill guns.
Yeah, kill guns in real life. Just call them guns.
So, all right. So, how many is that? So
That's 7 glasses, and there's 6 people on stage that have glasses.
Hold on. Son.
Good.
No.
The other ones are mine.
Okay.
No good. No, I can't.
Do you remember where those glasses came from?
I can't see mine anymore. I don't know where mine are. There's a certain point where I can see out of these. I can see out of these. That's kind of good.
I have glasses, but you're not getting them.
Is that the eye doctor? 1 or 2?
1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5.
1 New Jersey. Or 2 or 7.
No one goes to New Jersey. 6.
I'm from New Jersey.
Yeah, that's why you're Satan.
Let's get back to the topic at hand.
Yeah, anyhow, we're distracted because ADHD. Can I have my face back?
Wait, no, Satan's the Jersey Devil.
Yes! No, do not find that. You're too drunk.
No. Are these your glasses?
No, the alcohol
Are
is
these your glasses?
No, I didn't have glasses to begin with, boys.
Which one?
Hey, those are probably mine.
These are Ray-Bans?
Oh God, who's blind?
It's Floyd!
Oh,
No, mine's worse.
man.
I have 2250 vision. I cannot see without them.
Put these on. You don't even need
the same glasses. Wait, I put on voice. Try mine.
For our audio-only listeners, that guy's got a lot of glasses on his head.
Now I know why you drink. It actually applies These aren't glasses. These are beer goggles.
These look like no lenses to me, just about.
I can't see. Can I have my glasses back?
Which one? I don't know who's pulling these up. I still have to try. Why are you drunk?
Mine are small.
I don't know whose those are. Everyone collects the glasses. I don't know why we did that.
Are these you?
No.
Find your glasses, everybody.
Hey, I'm just making the panel lift to
I'm not
its
used to
name.
having the mic. I'm sorry for yelling.
Contacts plus. Nice.
No, ADHD.
Oh.
We did. I don't know what we're doing.
We finished new con stories.
This isn't new con stories. We have other con stories or non-con stories to talk about. We've been doing this for 2 years. We've set a goal for 2 hours. We have an hour and a half, and this is exactly the same way it goes every damn time. He'll start every show off going, all right, we're gonna start. Be quiet. Shut up.
Hello, everybody. Welcome
2,
to Contacts Plus.
1, and we'll all talk at the same time. It doesn't matter what he's doing. I started the last stream off before we came here. He goes, all right, I already shut up. 3, 2, and because we're on broadcast, I go. Streaming almond milk make you gay.
No.
I hate you.
Another quote.
That's why
I just realized that.
I'm the co-host that pissed him off so much that he put me in the mug, but I still don't shut the fuck up. I can put you in the closet here, physically. That's fine, I'm straight as hell. That's fine. At least it contains him. I used the Jesus back in the hole.
Yeah.
I will say, though, you're very good at the cameras.
Thank you. I do my damnedest, and I'm glad I'm not drinking. Which story?
Oh, no. Which
Hey,
story
at
do
least
we
I
go
leave it
to
on a
next?
good camera, looking at this
Do we go
motherfucker.
to the quotes, or do we go to the photos of showing like how we planned this?
We could do that.
Oh yeah, that's
We could shove it. We could do the story I was going to tell about the. Oh, you were gonna do something? Yes. Why? Because I was talking about. Remember open mic that I had it planned. Why did you open mic? I couldn't open mic because I wasn't called up. He wasn't drunk.
Okay.
He wasn't allowed up.
Evolving very quickly. I'm sorry.
I am the reason why there's a rule for no shock comedy at open mic.
Alkali kept looking at him and went, "You over there in that other side of the building."
Yeah.
He allowed me on the stage before you. That tells you something.
He's scared of me. But I had a story to tell at open mic. It wasn't a con story. I wanted to share a story that I've never shared before. Because it happened in 2017, and I stopped going to AC in 2017 because I bought a house. Oh, I thought it was your first time. Did you use your phone again? So, what happened in I believe it was around 2017 or a little around there. It's so much better if he doesn't know what I said.
I don't care.
I'm not talking about you. Sit the fuck down.
No.
Okay.
All right. I've never shared this story before. It's how I shoved a door handle up a deer's asshole.
What?
I'm gonna leave this room.
So
What he's saying is it was somebody's first time.
I can't.
or sit back down or else the door handle.
Everybody's gonna need some of this for this story.
Wolf, what are you shoving on the table?
Deer's asshole.
All right.
You're gonna need
That's
some.
exactly
Door handles.
door handle up a deer's asshole. Yes, this happened again. This is me going to work.
Oh boy.
You look like that?
This happened, and this is what killed my sob. So I'm a mechanic. I never didn't run my own business this time. I worked for.
Tangent. This is exactly how everything goes. Because the last time a story like this was going on, it went from us talking about like bowel movements to, and that's how I did a burnout with a bike in my college kitchen.
Yes, that happened too.
Don't trust with
And that's how we
machinery, but
learned that
trust
Wolf
it with
was
the
Satan's
machinery.
son.
I'm pretty sure you might be my illegitimate bastard child.
Probably. What happened? What happened at this one?
They made a movie about that.
Yeah. What happened with this one? It's kind of a short story.
As short as this door handle or what?
So, what happened was, when I was waking up, usually I have an alarm. So I woke up at 7:59. I have to be at work at 8 in the morning. And you know, you just, you wake up, you go and check your phone, and then you just like shoot out of bed. You're already clothed. You have everything gone, and you're in the car. You're gone. You know you have to be at work right now. I live 30 minutes away from my job.
That would be a bad thing if he doesn't drive 100 fucking miles.
That's the
an hour
problem of this story.
I was gonna-
You're getting ahead of me.
Yeah,
Now-
I'm thinking just as fast as you drive.
Yeah. So, what happened then? I got up. I got in my sob. Already had like a coffee in my mouth, and I'm like ripping out of my driveway to get to work. I live in rural Maine. The roads are pretty straight. I can hit the gas full on the floor and just get to work. There's a guy driving like a Mainer. That's 55. No, it was 45 miles an hour in a 55 zone. I want to be doing 105.
Can I interject here?
What?
Just to prove how fast Wolf loves driving, I clocked him going over 100 miles in a 65 zone.
On the way here. On the way here.
In Minecraft.
So I was going.
I like how he covered himself so God forbid if a cop showed it. It's like, it was in Minecraft.
Yeah, so I was driving like an asshole, and I had to pass this guy going slow. I'm angry. I'm tired. I haven't had my coffee. I have to pass this guy right now. So I just floored it around him in just the most, like, just blew his doors off on the wrong side of the road just to get
that's
around.
where the handlebar came from.
Shut up! So we're going around, go around him, and I go around a corner, and then there was a deer. I didn't see this deer until it was in my windshield. I was probably doing around 85 miles an hour. I was probably doing 85 miles an hour. There was a barrier, and the deer hopped the barrier, didn't touch the ground, hit the headlight of my car, exploded the headlight, spun around, his ass hit the door handle of my Saab, and somehow must have went up the deer's asshole, spun around more, dented the shit out of the side of my car as the deer is pirouetting around and lands into the breakdown lane of the road. Now, I just aggressively passed some guy being safe. Do I stop? That's embarrassing. So I just said, well, my car's fucked. Let's get to work. And I just kept going. I was dragging parts of my car along the road, and I just roll into work. The entire front of my Saab destroyed. The side of my Saab dented and caved in.
literal deer shit on the passenger side door handle. I just show up, close the door, walk in, and go, I need a ride home.
It's also really perfect because it is a mechanic showing up late and they're like, why is Wolf late? Oh.
So I'd say you scared the shit out of the deer, but you made sure it didn't need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the most craziest hunting story I've ever heard. I just picture him having like, see that deer? Oh, I got that deer on that.
That deer? Asshole.
We're supposed to go. No, he can't even hang the deer. It's just like the spinning cockroach gift, but just on like what?
So I'm curious. So is that like one of your new doorknobs at your house? It's just the deer's ass with the doorknob, and that's how you.
I wish I could have done that.
There's enough creative people in this fandom. Just
commission.
All right, guys. So here's
We
your
have
new
a
homework
door.
assignment.
We need a
We
door
need a
knob
deer's
coming out of
ass.
a deer's asshole. With a
no,
door.
And it can't be just a drawing.
Hey Timber, we need
you
your
to
ass.
actually-
Don't follow me with this.
Wait, how many deers do we have here?
A couple.
Deers.
All right, you are tribute.
So all right, so we need to get a doorknob. And I hate to say this, we can borrow you now.
It's temporary, permanently.
we got 20.
We got 20. I can fill 20 minutes.
This is actually pretty accurate. I almost every episode about 1 hour in, me or him check out. Either fall asleep, he falls asleep, or I just start like.
Oh, he's not falling asleep.
He's not falling asleep.
before
He's
the
just
alcohol.
drunk
I'm
checked
about
out.
to fall asleep.
I don't drink.
He's drunk checked out. He's gonna black out tonight. I can tell you that right now. This
Man, I want some of that
is
gasoline.
the most that he's ever drank.
I'm recording.
Definitely the most he's ever drank. Oh God, we have to.
It could be a POV version of it, you know, if you're drinking the gas can.
You know what? Fine. Give me some of
He's
that.
gonna experience
I'm
the
gonna try
hang.
not to black out.
I'm drinking.
Are you gonna drink me?
Oh yeah, he didn't eat before he came here.
He's gone.
He's gonna be so
He's a new alcoholic.
He says that's good.
Don't trust Satan.
He's a new alcoholic. He's gonna learn.
We told him not to drink unless he's with friends.
So what?
All right, let's get back to it.
Guys are my friends.
Maybe you do a Q&A right now.
I could do a Q&A, or I could go to the brony sending me to the hospital. That's a
Oh,
great
you
one.
want to talk
I
about
could
that?
do I could,
Or the camping trip.
no, I could also
Please, with the Brody, I'm here. I can give my part.
I've been to Anthrocon since 2010. I have stories.
There's a
In
reason
20
why, if you look at on the schedule, he's the only speaker
I'm the only speaker because I am the one with the stories.
because he's an egotistical bastard.
Yes, I am a narcissist. Please watch me. Also, okay.
Oh, so that was very good. That was so good.
Silence the baby with a bottle.
Yes. I was gonna. Do we hear about how I met Satan?
Okay.
Do it.
Do you guys want to hear how I met Satan?
Don't jump the gun, Marathon.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'll do it the other way. Do it. Anyway, you're mattering. Don't pay attention to him. He's drunk. So I
Actually, it
as
hasn't
well.
hit me yet.
Bullshit.
You're way drunk, dude.
I am speaking.
You were drunk before you got on.
You have figured out what drunk feels like. How does the Mormon feel about alcohol now?
There's never a rule that said I couldn't.
There is. It's on the Church of Latter-day Saints' website.
It's because they changed the rule. It says I should.
Because they changed the rules. God changed the rules. Pray don't change it any further.
I'm pretty
The meetings will continue until not on the bridge.
I hate to say this, but you're sitting next to me now and you've been taking drinks from me. I hate to say this, you're probably not a Mormon anymore. You're gonna probably denounce you from the church.
You could just lie about it.
So
I don't lie, I just manipulate the truth.
One of my quotes already from the past 2 or 3 days is, I kind of want it. He is a Mormon, he has met Satan. I want him to drink enough that he sees Buddha and he goes, wow, wrong both times.
I'm working on it.
So, how I met Satan, which is a good story because it has history with this room.
Oh, it actually, yes,
It actually has history with this exact room. When we found out we were at this room, we had to tell the story on stage. So, Anthrocon 2011 or 2012? 2012.
2012.
2012. That was the
That's when I
first year of
started
Satan.
Yeah, you want me to just come up over there with you?
You can act out.
I'm doing this because I don't trust you.
Good. Don't trust him at all.
Good advice. Yes.
And I know that you won't spill it because it's booze. And this is how I make sure that you don't friggin' kill me.
All right. So Satan has to play a part in this because he's involved heavily.
Yes.
So what happened that day? We get to Anthrocon. Not in my fursuit. I didn't buy the booze beforehand, so I had to take a stop to the liquor store. I am a whiskey drinker at this time. I must buy a good whiskey.
At this time, you've always been a whiskey drinker, and you will ever be a whiskey drinker.
I like whiskey, but I also like mead, and mead has ruined me.
You made me like
Mead! You talk about mead. We had 3 casks in our room that year.
That's
We
right.
did have 3 cats. No, not that year.
That was the following year.
That was later.
All right. That was the following year.
How drunk
Point is,
are you?
One
Okay.
year, we had 3 casks of mead in our room, and we killed all 3.
Yes. Anyhow, what happened with this year? This is with Satan. I go and go into a liquor store, and I'm looking at all the good bourbons and the good whiskeys. I see a nice Maker's 46. I see they got the red wax all over it, and it speaks out to me. I pick up the bottle and I'm reading it, and I just look at it, and what do I hear behind me? Buy it! So I look up. All right. And I just buy it immediately. No questions asked. Satan just told me to buy Maker's 46. Do you say no to Satan?
Yes.
No, you don't. We're furries. We're going to hell. Exactly. This is our God. This is our Lord and Savior.
Do you realize that most gods and other cultures are animals?
It's our soft and silky overlord, Saturn.
I don't know if he's still going to the cons. Does anybody remember Pazuzu, the patron saint of
I do. I love
Yes,
Pazuzu.
I remember Pazuzu.
I'm like,
I hate to tell you this. The reason why he's not here is because I'm on vacation. I needed somebody to take care of hell for me for the week, so I put him in charge.
Yeah. So I buy this, and then we get to talking. Because obviously, Satan talks to you, you must figure out more about this man.
Exactly.
So we talk, we share phone numbers, because this is before Telegram. So we share
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Well,
we
you
share
hold
our
spot.
we
showed our age there.
Yeah. So we share our phone numbers, and we say, all right, we must meet up again later tonight. Like, we have to party, so let's go do our thing.
We meet up at a speakeasy.
That wasn't the speakeasy night.
Oh no, it wasn't.
That
No,
wasn't.
no,
You're
we
mixing
didn't.
your stories, sir.
Sorry,
I have
yeah,
more of them with you.
Yeah, they blend together.
Yes, because we're both plastered.
Shit.
We don't remember these. I have to tell these stories.
Yep.
Keela has to listen to every one of these and go
Which I
like, God,
apologize.
you have said this so many times. They haven't heard it, so.
I've been giving her a commercial break of various things that have happened in my life. So we don't have the time. She has the reasons why Uncle Kage had been flirting with my grandmother.
What?
Kage's grandmother flirted.
No. And also, I did see words when he makes the word. Grandma Kage is at the con. I saw her, so she's still riding around. But yeah, so my grandmother and Kage ended up getting in contact with each other, and with this, I had a horrifying fear because I'm like,
Kage's gonna be your dad now?
No, she's recently a widow. She is also in a lot of like science and thinking about lots of science and pharmaceuticals. Oh no. And then that year, I get a Christmas card from Uncle Kage of, I can't wait for you to come to Anthrocon. It's always great to have people like you showing up. And a Spirit of Pittsburgh t-shirt. And I'm like, what did she do? Because as it went, she's like, oh, I'll do the reservations and everything for my grandson to go to Anthrocon with all the family. And she's like, there's no tickets. Why did no tickets arrive? And so she calls. She's like, oh, the contact for Anthrocon. She calls around Christmas when you don't usually want to get bothered. Hello, this is Samuel Conway. I'm like, oh no, she bothered Kage.
I almost have a similar kind of
You do, and this
story, yes. So
We'll have to pause this meeting Satan to the last part of that till after this.
yeah.
Commercial break.
So fun story here. So one year I was trying to get a room. This was the first year that they were starting to do the whole online thing, and I was having issues with it. So obviously I started calling the hotels, being like, okay, I'm having issues. You know, can you help me out? I'm trying to get a room. I don't have all the information for the people. So it's like, all right, I call the Westin. They were like, well, you got to go to the website. Okay, I'm getting the wraparound. So I call the Omni. And they're like, well, we can't help you right now. If you go to the website, I've already been to the website. I'm having trouble. It's like, well, here's this number. Call this number if you need any help. So I call the number. I leave a voicemail. You know, it's like, hey, I'm having trouble with this. Da 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 da. And next thing you know, later on in the day, I get a call back. Hi, this is Samuel Conway. I'm like, hi, Uncle Kage.
We'll give you the number to God.
Yeah, and I was like, was not expecting to get a phone call from you. It's like, yes. It's like, you know who this is? I'm like, yeah, I know, it's Satan. He knew automatically. I don't know how, but he knew it was me. That's how good Kage is. But no, so it's like, so he helps me. So he's helping me get the room set up. I get the room all set up. Everything goes well. Right as we're getting to the end of the call, he's like, so I gotta ask you, how did you get this number? I was like, well, one of the ladies at the front desk of the Omni gave me this number. He's like, oh, okay. I'm gonna have to make a call to the Omni because this is my personal phone number. So that's how I got for a split second. I had Uncle Kage's personal phone number. I'm pretty sure he's probably changed it by now because I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to have me in his contact list.
Have you ever called him just to try again for shits and giggles' sake?
Do it now.
I almost have.
Can we do it tonight?
Do it right now.
Yeah. I wish I could.
You don't want to do it right now? We'll buy.
Here's the thing. I might be the Lord of Darkness. I might, run hell, but I'm not gonna fuck with Kage. That is hellfire and brimstone and fury that you do not want upon you. I remember one year he went down the Westin with a fucking sword, I was told, just trying to figure out who's making noise. Could you just picture Kage going down the Westin into the freaking hotel, just banging on doors? Are you fucking shit up in my con?
Is that where my sword went that night?
I think so.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So once again, we're following the podcast because ADHD. So back to the story at hand.
Commercial break over.
Yes.
Let's fast forward to that night after I met Satan. We meet back up.
Yep.
This is also the first time I had my friend Rotor in the room.
Oh, I miss you. Rotor, you need to come back, buddy.
Rotor is a friend of mine because of this as well, because we did the for Affinity, who I have open space in my room. Do you want to be in here? Here's the journal. Random dude said, hey, I need a room space. Rotor was that random dude. I was the random dude with the room. We're now lifelong friends.
So that's how you met Rotor?
Yes.
I did not know
same
that.
fucking night.
That's awesome. I did not know that.
This is the thing that solidified our friendship.
Hell yes.
With
now I know.
you and Rotor.
Oh my God. Because now I know where you're getting to. Now you're getting to this room.
This room that night.
Yep.
I don't remember what I drank. I think it was the bottle.
No, it wasn't. It was this.
I think it was before you had gas can that year. You didn't have gas can yet.
You might be correct.
You didn't. I am still sober enough to remember that you're not. So
I'm trying to play catch up with you. You know how fucking hard that is?
dude, I made the Blue Angels touch tips. So this is where I got my beer belly, I guess, where my lead belly from alcohol, because this is how I prepped myself.
Yep.
I was so drunk in my original fursuit that I made myself. Wolf, that was my V1, my persona.
Hey Noodles, take care.
The head was made of steel, had fans in it. This suit was a terrible idea, but I could work with steel, and that's what I built the first suit out of.
Alright.
Oops.
Yep.
What is this fucking Knight's Tale?
Yes. What is it, Scraner?
I just want you to know you have like
I thought
six.
that was Guy Fieri.
Like 5 minutes.
What?
You have like 6 minutes left.
Oh, we'll get to it.
Fuck.
All right.
We got this.
We
We
can do
got
this. We can
this.
do this. We can do this.
Speed run.
Yep.
So,
To keep cutting them off is really funny.
so, we got this. I got in suit. I'm blasted weekend at Bernie's drunk.
Yep.
Rotor is holding me on one side, while Satan is holding me on the other side, like this.
Yep.
I'm in full fursuit. They aren't. Rotor's in a partial, and Satan's sitting there like this, and I'm in the middle. And we go, oh, we need to go to whose line? Because
Which was
here.
We are standing in the precedence of where whose line started at this con.
We get to that back door. Whose line is out the door?
Yep.
We got there late because we were drinking. We get in, we slosh up to where those garbage cans are, and I have fans in my fursuit and a metal head. I can't hear shit, and I'm drunk. So, as I am hanging off of Satan and hanging off of Rotor, I look over and go, I can't hear anything! I thought I was whispering.
No, you were not.
I was screaming at the top of my lungs. Do you hear how loud I am right now? The entire fucking room heard me do this.
Oh, no. They heard you down towards the ballroom.
Yes. So, Rotor, in his equally inebriated state, turns to me and goes, yeah, this sucks.
And somehow I'm the least drunk of the three.
We are somehow heckling without understanding. What happened?
I feel like that's how you remember saying, but I believe that's wrong too.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
You remember all three.
We were heckling without trying to heckle.
No, the fun part was after the panel.
Oh, it wasn't even after the panel. We left.
Yeah.
We left. Everyone was turning and looking at us because we're ruining their con experience because we are so drunk. The entire room was getting a second-hand buzz.
Yep. Yep. And I specifically remember looking at Rotor in his fursuit, and I could be like, I understand you're in a fursuit and it's a stagnant face, but I can see you are fucking shit-faced.
This is where, when we walk out those doors, the best part of the night happened.
Oh God, no.
Yes.
The best part of the night happened. Rotor walked in front of me. The door to the little area outside is slightly ajar.
Trigger warning.
I will not say the word.
You can say the first part, you can't say the last part.
I am too white for that.
What the word might be.
So, the door is slightly ajar to the outside. Rotor, in his greatly inebriated state, looks up and says, hey, look! Somebody left the outside open! And sprints, slams open the door, in partial fursuit with his paws, steps on the flower bed that's outside. Looks down, because fursuiters make mistakes. He is still sober enough to go, I shouldn't do that, and walks around and finds his path. I don't know how I made it to the door without your support, but I did. I slammed the door open. I stepped on the same flowers.
And
Rotor turns around and goes, "Hey, you shouldn't do that. There's flowers there. Go around."
And what do you say?
So, preface. You remember, you know when you always have that one thing stuck in your head all day? That one thing that you just can't get out? So this time it was "fuck yo couch" from Dave Chappelle show, and I am gone. So, once he said flowers, and you shouldn't do that, the first thing out of my mouth was the fact that I raised my hands in the air, stomped through the flower bed, and yelled, "Well, fuck yo flowers!" Can't say it.
I'm so glad you're not drinking.
Yes.
And I stomped through the flower bed in full fursuit, just stomping, screaming this, while people are just staring at us.
Yes. And somehow, I don't know why, but it's like, this was not my fault. I don't know how this happened.
This isn't even the end.
No. No.
It was not.
Because we wait.
I don't care. We're going late.
You're out of time.
They're not kicking us out.
They're not going to kick us out right now. I can finish the damn story. You're not alkaline. So.
Hurry up.
I'm going to try.
Oh, I'll explain.
Okay.
So, what happened after that? A group of introvert birds hanging out right there.
Well, angels?
No.
No, just introverts that want to trade art and not talk to anybody. They are hanging out right there, on the other side of that glass. I am in full fursuit. I see them, I am drunk, I want to say hi. They watch this happen. I run full sprint in full fursuit, jump up, get in magician pose in midair, land, slide across the concrete, right in front of them, and as I'm there, I just go, "Hey guys, how you doing?"
What's with you and sliding?
I love
I
it.
don't know. He's Italian, he's made of oil.
He's a mechanic. He's just undercars on the
Yeah,
train.
he just knows how to do it. Yeah.
I don't feel it. It's fine.
So,
They got up and walked away.
yeah. So since we were talking about it earlier, you mentioned the bronies. Do we want to try to go into that real quick?
I can't say that story we don't have time for that.
We can shorten it down.
We can short it down as me, Satan, what was it? Everclear, more bourbon, speakeasy, wedding, fight, brony, pass out, hospital, puking, remembering and waking up and saying hi to my girlfriend at the time after I had the drunk pumped out of me.
Yep. And then me also, while that was happening, going down to the riverfront, asking people to give praise for bath salts.
Satan asked people to pray for somebody. That is a bad time.
Yes.
I can't go into that story right now because we don't have time.
Either way, we're probably over time, aren't we, Guy Fieri?
We're out of time. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for staying here. Thank you for listening to us ramble and talk over each other. Thank you.
We have a lot less of a time clock of like, we need to stop except for Madeline being asleep. If anybody wants to watch like us try and continue, if we remember where we left off, the business cards that we have placed everywhere. Also tell where to find us on Twitch.
Yeah, it's just Contacts Plus. It doesn't actually have the Twitch because I think I forgot that.
And before everybody leaves,
I
come to
just
me.
wanted to advertise this.
How drunk were you when you made these?
Not.
We have one thing. You had one job.
Here's the thing, though. It says Contacts Plus. If you look on Twitch for Contacts Plus, you find us.
Yes.
That's true, but
Not
that's why
a
find
plus
the
sign,
one
it is
contact
spelled out
business
plus.
that sells contacts.
It doesn't matter. Contacts
But it
Plus
may.
on Twitch. PLUS. You will
Or
find
Contacts
us.
Plus dot live.
If you need more information, you can find us drunk and we will tell you.
That's true. Yeah, that's true actually. But with it, one of the things that I wanted to add, with being the person that does set design, with being the person that
I did not do this on purpose, I swear to God.
there's somebody that tries to make everything work for us, have us have a structure. There is a copy of this world in Resonate. It is this room made in 5 minutes.
That tells you the power of that engine.
Scanned as well.
Wait, really?
We exact scaled.
Your exact scale.
My exact scale.
We exact scaled this room in Resonite to train for this.
Not to mention, we also have the Pittsburgh Ballroom.
We had a measuring tape right
That I looked it up.
set at,
I
like,
can't
6
load
feet
it.
or whatever.
I have it saved.
Bring it back.
I will.
Show me how we were when you were trying to say, this is your scale. The measuring tape's right here.
I don't know. I'm standing here and I just measure.
You can watch.
We want it to be accurate height.
No one cares anymore. We're too late.
Figure out a way to close this out.
No, we haven't.
We're done.
We're done.
All right, I'm gonna cut this soon.
Yeah, we're gonna close it.
Slide.
Slide. Got that.
No.
All right. I think I got away.
It's perfect.
Yep.
I'm not drunk enough for this. Give me more booze.
I thank you everybody to coming to Contact Plus ADHD, the podcast. Before you leave, everyone that came to the audience gets a complimentary ticket to Luciferland. See Satan to get it.
Anyhow, yes, thank you for being here.
And
That's right, I bought Kenny.
Go do
Thank
something
you,
fun.
Scraner, for filming that. And
For our audio listeners,
and check us out on Twitch. Where you'll hear more of this. If we get more support, we'll go to more cons, and hopefully we'll get more popular over time.
hey, it's a start.
world doesn't burn.
It's a
Thanks to
start.
somebody who has
I
too much money.
I
You'll be
now
fine.
have rug burn. Rug burn. But I thought I was drunker than that.
You have to remember, these people.
You don't worry about more. This is true. Thank you, by the way, very much.
All right, cutting. 3, 2, 1. Bye.
I'll take your entire stuff.
What the fuck is in that shit?
All right, if you want to know what is in this year's gas
Gasoline.
can, in this year's gas can, it is triple sec peach schnapps, 151 vodka, Hawaiian punch, watermelon, and
there it is.
the lovely ingredient that everybody needs, Pedialyte. So enjoy, have fun, make your own batch, have fun figuring out the amounts.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm just gonna just wing it. Ugh, I'm gonna have to have some more of that.
Light you up.
I can't-
I need to get a picture with you too.
All right, and I'm gonna have another drink.